Okay, let's start sitting down.
Sure.
Let's start sitting down, and let's start with our legs straight. Both feet out in front of you, legs straight, and we're gonna bring them to the side in a moment. But here, just kind of activate your calves a little bit so that your heels pick up off the ground. And then throw your legs to the side. And circles. Both feet pointing in one direction, kind of like an S mount. And then from here, well, we did this on Monday, we threw our foot forward and we touch it. Throw our foot forward and touch it. Gotta grab the outside of your foot like that. And throw it. 2 more. So we're sitting in kind of the S mount, and our back leg, we throw our back leg forward, and our opposite hand grabs the outside of the foot. Opposite hand grabs it, good. And from here, go to your knees and switch your feet the other direction. So now we're on the other side, the S mount. Small circles, a couple circles, and then we're gonna throw and catch that foot on the other side. What's up, Michael?
What's up, Richard, Steve, Matt, Bob, Shay, Gabriel,
and back foot. Throw
Jason.
the back foot.
What's up,
and
Damon?
grab. Foot comes back, opposite hand grabs. Foot comes forward and grab. Yeah, and grab. Yeah. Good. Last one. Good. And then from here, now we'll bring our back leg. We're in this S mount. The back leg will step up. Right, and both my legs are pointing in the same direction, and we sit in that hunter squat, which might be a little tricky for some of your knees, and that's okay. Obviously, you just sit up a little bit more, but if you can sit all the way down, and then your hand goes down to the side of the knee that's up, and we sit again, and now we're on the other side. And now the back leg comes up. Both knees and feet are pointing in the same direction. Everything is aligned. Hand goes down to the up knee, and then we sit again. Good. And now let's go to our backs and rocking. And rocking. Oh, this is not good for hardwood floors. Sorry. And now I'm gonna fold my leg in. Fold in one leg, go up on my shin. Yep, and then stretch there.
Benjamin, what's up,
Then we
guys?
go back and fold the leg in and go up on the shin. Inhale. Good. And now we're down and we're making circles. Egg beaters. Other direction. Good. And now let's go to here. Go to your stomach now. Go on your stomach. Legs straight. Hands under your shoulders. And then now, keeping your hips down, go up like 40%, 60%. Keep your hips down, legs straight, 90%. And then slowly go all the way up. If you feel pain, obviously stop and do what feels right. But if you can go all the way up, arms fully extended, hands shoulder width apart. How does this feel for you? Feels good?
Feels great, and then I straighten my legs and my knees come off the ground.
Yeah, that's advanced. I don't do that.
We've been doing it in Fit Jitsu every time.
Oh, got it.
Like a lot.
Oh, it's a fitness thing.
No, it's just the wrap up.
This is not a fitness thing for me. This is a life-saving thing. I had major neck, and go back down. I had major neck problems years ago, like I would say 5 years ago. And let's all go on our knees. I'm gonna show you one thing. So from your knees, this pain that I had, it was shooting down my arm for maybe a couple of months, 3 or 4 months. Sit up straight. And now I'm gonna show you what my friend showed me to rid my pain down my arm. So let's start with just tucking our chin here. Notice how I'm not looking down, I'm not looking up. I'm tucking my chin straight in. tuck it for like 3 or 4 seconds and then release it. And then again. And then release. So now we're gonna do that same thing on the ground. Watch me first. And this was how he taught me to add even more pressure. So now with my legs straight, my elbows directly under my shoulders, I make a fist and I hold my fist and I put both thumbs like this. Is that pretty visible for you guys? Can you see this clearly what my thumbs are doing? Yes? Give me a thumbs up so you guys can see. You wanna go closer to the camera?
No.
It's okay, right?
We're full screen on there. We're full screen on their screen.
And then with my elbows directly under my shoulders, my chin, again, I'm not looking down. I'm looking straight, right? In relative to my chest.
Yes.
And now, I'm not looking up at all. I'm looking pretty much like a foot in front of my elbows.
Right where your hands are, yeah.
And then I'm gonna now keep my chin tucked how we did earlier, and I'm gonna place my thumbs to hold my chin, and then I let all my weight fall. So I'm essentially using gravity to create
The
this.
same thing with gravity.
The same thing with gravity, but that happens because we're laying down, obviously, and we're here. Elbows under my shoulders. Only hold it for 4 or 5 seconds and then release it. Elbows under my shoulders. Make a fist. Hold your fist. Thumbs are sticking out. Create a little shelf.
Right, little shelf with your thumbs and your fingers, yeah.
And then release.
And rest all your weight into it so you're pushing your chin straight through your neck.
Again, I'm looking about 18 inches in front of my elbows.
Feels really good to me.
That was 3. We'll do it 5, 6 times. 2, 3 more. Last one. It's great.
Awesome, you guys.
So that was, I had 2 months, maybe a month, 2 months. Like, have you ever had that?
Yes,
Arm
shooting.
Down my arm shooting for a month plus, and I had a friend who had some machines that would like stretch my neck, and then this other guy gave me these exercises. In 24 hours, the pain was gone. There was no more shooting pain.
And you don't have to have pain for this to be worthwhile for you to do, you guys, so preempt
Yes.
the injury. All right,
have to have pain.
so we're gonna do a review right now of some of the techniques we saw on Monday and Tuesday, and then we will add some new techniques. Hidon has a couple slices for us for today, new ones. So let's start with our shrimp escapes and our elbow escapes. Shrimp escapes we saw on Monday, elbow escapes we saw Tuesday morning, the daytime class. We'll do kind of consolidated brief reviews of each of those so they kind of make sense, and then we'll add in some new details for today. So shrimp escape idea is if I can stop Hidon before he lands, when he throws my legs out of the way, we're gonna block, shoot our legs in, extend, post the foot, scoot out, and go. Okay? If he's too close, I need to make space. So I frame his neck and I frame his hip. I'm gonna bridge my hips, shrimp, shoot my legs in, punch protection, extend away, foot on the ground, hips, and guard. And then finally, if he's so close that I can't like shrimp out or make the space, I can hold on to him as well. If I can't get out, stop trying to get out. Hold on, and then when he gets frustrated, he starts to make space for his attack. And as he sits up, I wait for a little space, and then I suddenly use his window to make my escape. So just clinging on to them and frustrating them with closeness works very well. In all cases, when my shin lands here, boom, when my shin lands here, if Hidon traps my hips tight, I can't get this leg out. So even though I have one leg, I can't pull the second leg out. Remember, we're gonna take his head, we're gonna stiff arm it towards the trapped leg, put the opposite foot on the ground, shrimp out, and then bring our foot through into guard or open guard. We can go closed guard or open guard on the recovery. So that's 3/4 guard right here.
Let's do those 3.
Yeah, just do one more time on this.
Got it.
Still trapped. Stuff the head, shrimp, get the leg in, and put him in the guard. So I shrimp the opposite direction. Cool. So everyone lay down on your side, right side facing the camera.
Yeah, you can go through those.
Yeah.
And we'll do all 4 slices.
Everyone on your right side, get ready. We're gonna block the person's body as if they're entering. Shoot both legs together. Boom. When you shoot one shin in, one foot over, together. Place your feet on the ground. Look how mine land. With my legs, I shoot one in my arms, one over, and place both feet on the ground. Take your hands out, extend away, push off, shrimp, and then close your guard. That's 1. Number 2, you bring the frame across the throat. Reset it, guys. Let's put the frame on the neck, frame on the hip. Everyone bridge high, shrimp away, and then take both your legs off the ground, hands off the ground, and just close the window there, big closure. Nice, feet on the ground, remove your hands, extend, post, shrimp, and guard. That's 2. Number 3.
Talk about also, remember how when you grab the person's throat?
Yeah.
So we mentioned briefly, if you're here and you can't make the frame in front of someone's neck,
I'm trying to get in.
that he reaches around and grabs my throat, and it creates a little bit of a discomfort, almost forces me to want to get away, and then the frame comes in very easy.
Yeah.
So I've never failed in getting a frame using this throat grab.
Elbow super high and grab that throat, and they're gonna respond to that, and you're gonna be good to go. So for this next one, they're so close that we can't make a frame, we can't push away, they're too strong. So we can hug their head. Everyone grab the back of your own head like this. Grab his head and trap his arm so he can't punch you by doing this. From this position, they don't like this closeness. So as they start to sit up, you do a little sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up, sit up. Now right away, wedge their hip, shrimp out, and shoot in, and both legs go in, go. Nice shot, you guys. Feet on the ground, on your side. Everyone should be on your sides when you do these shots. All on your side, more, Russ. Yes. So now, feet on the ground, you should have your feet crossed like I do. And then you extend,
legs on top.
and then you post, and then you scoot out the other way. Extend, post, shoot, and then pull your guard. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, that was 1, 2, and 3. And then 4 is gonna be any variation where I do a block. Look, everybody do a block, shoot, both legs, one in, one over your own hands, feet on the ground. The problem is right now, this leg is trapped, so you're having trouble getting it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the head, stuff the head towards the trapped knee, take your leg, which is currently on their back, and post it on the ground behind you. Nice, now watch, hold their head, shrimp out as far as you can, and then sweep your leg right through and put them in the guard, boom. Nice, full guard, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, we got it. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the ones we saw on the shrimp escape. Then we also saw the elbow escapes.
Let's do a little bit of nailing our knees to the ground. Like just laying flat,
Boom.
rotate, turn. So just this reminder that the elbow escape, just so you can see it one time, right? As I mount on him, he slipped out. His leg slips out the back. And the detail of having your leg be very heavy, not even the speed of putting it down. So put your leg down, go ahead. But opening this knee up right here, just really understanding that there's two different kinds of legs. There's, relax everything. There's that leg, and then there's that leg, where his hips are up, his foot is wide, his knee, his heel, not his toe, his foot's on the ground, his heel's off the ground, and his knee is driving into the ground. So for my foot, for my hook to get inside here is practically impossible. So from neutral, he kind of turns and opens. He opens his knee, he opens his leg, he turns his hips, and he nails his knee to the ground. Everyone's laying flat, do that a couple times. So from flat, just turn, get that serious
Spread that base, heavy knee.
on the ground.
And your elbow tucked in right here, your forearm right here. And once you turn, just give it one snowplow. Curl and slide your forearm over your thigh one time. Come back and square back up. And turn, boom, and plow, boom, and come back and square.
One more thing to keep in mind is that you don't have to turn your upper body as much as you think you do. Nor will you be able to in many cases. His upper body is maybe turned like
25 degrees.
What's up?
25 degrees.
25 degrees, where his hips are 45 degrees.
All the way, yeah.
No, right now.
My knee is flat. So
No, your hips, like from this.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this is
this.
45 degrees.
The hip is
This
45, the shoulders are 25.
Yes.
So and the reason why is because when someone's chest is on your chest, sometimes you can't, and if he turns his body too much, when I'm on the side control, I don't feel very comfortable. I don't feel like I want to mount, but when your chest is flat or closer to flat, it's more inviting to mount.
For sure. Ready? And now plow, go. Nice, once you clear your leg out, look what we're gonna do, guys, pay attention. Square your hips up, and now trap the leg with your inside leg, trap the half guard. Beautiful, and now hug the neck with your right hand, brace the knee with your left hand. Look, do a little shrimp out, bring your knee out, and now you're gonna bite the back with this leg. Put your heel on your own knee, and now scoot out this way one more time, and guard. Let me show that one elbow escape one time.
Yep.
So he's going for the knee drive variation from here. Look, as he goes, my leg is flat. He mounts, look, right here, I plow my way out the back. I turn, I trap his leg. I'm trapping his leg with my inside leg. From here, I'm gonna come up with this hand, hug his neck for punch protection, and now I'm gonna brace his other knee. Like I said, brace the knee, do a small shrimp this way, my knee pops out, bite the back. Now, that's what I was telling you about that body bite, and now punch protection, hip out, close guard, okay? So one more time all together. Lay down, get ready on your back flat. They're on the right side facing the camera. When I say go, you slam the knee flat right when they mount. Go. 1, elbow tight. 2, pull out. Go. 3, square the hips. Hug the neck. Brace the other knee.
Inside leg trap.
Inside leg trap. 4, shrimp out. Pop that second knee through, facing the ceiling. This knee is up. And then close the triangle on his back. Close the sandwich. And now one final scoot. That's gonna free your foot for the guard. Everybody guard up. Nice. Excellent. One more time. Same thing. Flat, go. Forearm drive, go. Plow. Square. Half guard. Head hug. Brace the knee. Shrimp. Second knee. Triangle. Hug the head. Shrimp and close guard. Beautiful. Nice. And now we have the high step variation, which is when Hidon's over here. Look, and he's gonna mount from his elbows on the ground by my neck, and his ambition is to mount faster. Go fast. Look, boom, and put his hooks in and you're done. Go back. So what do I need to do? The minute that I'm here, I might even have my legs up a little bit so that he has to push my knee down. And the second he tells me, he's gonna get my legs flat. And then I come out the back. Okay? So as soon as I make that elbow escape, I'm gonna take his back. So my knee might be floating, but I can feel his energy here. I can feel his desire to mount, his hip. This is a sensor right here. So I can feel his hip flexor. When it activates, that tells me this leg is moving north. And when that happens, I know to flatten the leg. Elbow tucks in really tight. Plow. Right away, I'm already hugging the body and I'm gluing my head to his tricep. But I have to turn my hips and then I hand off his armpit and then I build the house. Elbow, knee, look at the knee. Elbow, knee, chest, over, under. Once we get here, everybody, I want you to hold tight, keep your grips on the over, under, and then push off your right foot and fall back. Boom. And then put your hook in. So bring them with you so you fall and achieve the back mount with your hooks. Everyone get ready. On your back, flat leg, go. Leg is flat. He's gonna mount high step. Everybody, quick plow. Boom. Right away, this hand's still hugging the rib cage. Square your hips up and trap the inside leg. You're hugging the ribs. Now from here, our head is behind their tricep. So we're gonna take the back. Watch this. Everyone start to sit up as you hand off the rib cage and then build the house on your left elbow. Post up, and now post up on your left knee as well. And now come up on your chest, over, under, and now post your right foot. Push off the mat and bring them with you. And
Post your right foot and push off the right foot, yes.
And pull them to back mount.
And don't cross your feet when you put the hooks in.
No crossing. Let's get ready on the reset. He's here. He's turning, modified side mount. He's getting ready for the high step. He's scissored his legs. The leg's about to go. Flat leg. 1, plow. 2, turn and hug the ribs. Sit up, hug the body, post the elbow, post the knee. Get up on your elbow and knee. Now over, under, and now push off this foot. Push off your right foot and drive. And then put your other hook in, boom. Nice. Taking the back. Excellent. All right.
So, this side mount right here where you have your elbow over my head, if he sits on his hip like this, like right now, for example, how do you feel right now, Henner? Your balance, your control.
Compromise back here.
Compromise. So keep in mind that even though he's not doing anything, maybe he might have his foot back in base a little bit. This is not necessarily enough to stop me from escaping. Traditionally, Henner would be holding my pants, right?
Yeah, if I sit down, I like to grab this.
If you sit on your hip, we suggest that you grab onto the knee. He has to anchor onto my knee.
Because if not, I'm simply too loose on my upper body.
There you go. He's very loose. So right here, right now, don't hold my pants. Just have good base. Me simply bringing my feet in close, bridging. Don't fall. Have good base with your legs. Right? It's almost too easy. Now, does it require a little bit of explosiveness on my part? It does. But this is, this is like a 2-for-1. So when we're on top, anytime you want to do the high step, hold my pant. There you go. Or anchor my thigh or something. But keep in mind that when you're on the bottom, if someone does not anchor on, I can't see that, so you have to wait a little bit, but you put it back. When someone does not hold that, I'm like, okay, let's have fun and let me bridge right now. So of course, if your legs are relaxed and you bring them up, it kind of shows what's gonna happen. So be very discreet with the preparation, and then I just,
Go back, please.
not on top. Yep.
So I have a question. the likelihood of, as that happens, of me doing this.
Very rare.
Stop that with your bottom hand and hook my thigh as you break. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
If necessary, that bottom hand that feels the hip, boom, but it's very rare because it's almost like for someone to be unskilled to the point of not knowing to anchor, but yet skilled to switch mid-bridge, those don't match. But it could be reflexively.
Yeah,
You're saying that they just don't want to fall. I haven't experienced it too much, but the answer is yes. The bottom hand can
do
grab.
it by yourself?
So by myself, legs are in, my hand, if necessary, is in the slap, but I just bridge over my shoulder.
And this is the underhook, right?
Oh, this is the underhook. And this is as important as the bridge because the reach of the underhook is what compromises his upper body, his posture. And once the person on top feels, there's a, like, for example, if you're here, if I just do this, how do you feel?
Weak.
You see that? You feel strong.
Yeah.
But if I do this, now I'm gonna only do my arm, look.
Yes.
My hips didn't even leave the ground.
Right, this is very strong.
Know that, and this is even stronger when it comes after, look, or with.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very north, you guys. It's very north reaching, and it's very unforgiving underhook reach.
So let's do a few bridges just from our back right here. We don't have to even go to our knees, but just lift your hips and touch, and back to zero again. And we're gonna do the other side. We bridge and we touch. Look at my very far reach. Bridge, and touch. And now after we do two more on each side, well, we're gonna go to our knees. Big bridge and touch. Bridge and touch. Okay, one more per side. Bridge and touch. One more. Right there, Henry. And now I bridge and touch, and then I switch my legs and go to my knees, and I'm on top. One more time on the other side. Big bridge and touch, switch your legs and go to your knees. What was the question?
The question was, is it dangerous to give him that arm? When you give that underhook, you guys, is it dangerous? Let me just tell you this right now. If he don't have an underhook, he turns on his side casually, like if I'm on my knees, go to your side a little bit. It's dangerous because his neck is here and I can wrap it up, and I can do a Darce choke or I can do a guillotine. But when I'm sitting down like this, and he don't bridge.
I don't know if that was that very visible for them.
Whatever, turn your side. If I'm on my knees and he underhooks, turn. This is danger zone. I'm on my knees. His arm and neck are here. 1, 2, 3. We have many options of chokes when someone's on their side with an underhook. However, because I'm sitting down here, Becky, I'm not in position to use this left arm. It's too much weight on that arm. So when he don't bridges and reach, go. There's no guillotine right here because his head is high. This is too tight, and I can't wrap because my elbow is too committed. So great question, but this is not as dangerous as a conventional underhook when the person's on their knees because they're sitting down and they can't utilize the guillotine or the Darce from a seated position.
I don't tend to do too many dangerous escapes under you.
No.
I'm saying me in general.
Never.
Even teaching them because our grandfather was somebody who was always like, anything that we did that put us at risk, it was like, slap on the wrist, unacceptable. So,
and this move he don't do right now can be done as a standalone, but also can be done during my mount. Look, this move can very well be done from here, and I said, you can do it perfectly during the mount. And that makes it even more likely that I don't catch a guillotine or anything because I'm focused on what I want and then I forget and I lose my balance.
And it's almost, even though I love, you had mentioned the other day, if the person has their arm under your neck, you put them in the guard when they mount, right? And if the elbow's over, we take the back. Now, we don't have to do that. You can still put them in the guard when the elbow's over. So sometimes I purposefully choose to just stay on the ground, on my back. Person tries to mount, I elbow escape. They try again, I elbow escape. I don't even want to get up. And then other times I take advantage and I climb behind them. So now this escape where you just said, as the person steps, we can bridge. It's the same movement. Get me again. In many ways, it's better than the elbow escape because it puts us on top of the fight. But yeah, it's a little bit, I would say, requires more sensitivity and more practice and more confidence. Whereas the elbow escape, my legs flat, it's a pretty simple battle. This other one where they step, people are going to bring their hook, like throw a hook in. They're going to throw their hook in, and they're going to have so much speed and conviction that it's very easy. If you're like a second or two late, the mount will be established. And this is why I believe most people defer to the elbow escape. But know this, if I'm on point and if I'm sharp and if I'm ready, there's no reason why he should win this race. If it's simply leg, his step to my bridge, I should always win the battle. Okay, so in terms of practicing, it has only to do with you touching their hip as fast as you want.
Yeah, he's ready. He's too ready.
My turn, as fast as I want. Notice this. He's here. My only job is to step over and throw my hook and keep your legs normal, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to, it's just a timing thing because it's less motion.
It's a timing thing, but where do we mess up? We mess up because we're down and we're waiting, and then we do a little bump, a little halfway bump, but the person's foot is posted, and it fails. And then when we come down, then they mount us. So it very much requires waiting. But now let's move on. We got this bridge, and now let's move to this. So we're here, and he sits on his hip kind of facing me. This action right here, kind of the cross chest. And the question is, do you do this?
Yes.
Yes, you sit here. And the reason why is because you want to fight the arm, right? You want to come inside to isolate my arm. But some, go back, some people might just simply spend a little bit of time here. Get inside my arm again. So there's an art of blocking, of staying safe, which we'll cover in the future.
His elbow super tight.
Elbow tight blocking, maybe framing. But just from here, whether I grab onto his jacket, his shoulder, his shirt, and now I use my feet and I go, whoop, and I sit up. So from the bottom of the cross chest, understanding that right now, it's true, my legs are there, so I can't go there right now, his feet are here, but if he's off balance anywhere, it's not gonna be this way, it is backwards. But first, look, rotate, rotate, rotate. I'm gonna show you guys. I move my legs just a little bit, and then I push him. And now chest presence, and my legs come back. And now it's his turn. So I'm here, I sit through to the cross chest. He's blocking my arm, his elbow is tight. Maybe he grabs my collar behind my neck, right? Sometimes that has a little bit of slack. Maybe he grabs my chest, my shoulder right here, pushes my chest. But he moved. A little bit of leg move and an immediate sit up. So now by myself.
Yeah, that little movement right before the extension of the arms, you guys, that little hip out is what creates all the void that we need in order for the subject to fall in the space that you create. You can't do this unless your hips move out just slightly.
So I'm on my back, I'm blocking, and my energy is very much an energy of I have nowhere to go, and I'm very relaxed, I'm almost sleeping. And then, as my hands, they're moving, I want to find two good wedges, a shoulder, a gi, and as...
One is behind the neck collar. In terms of where this arm grabs, one is behind the neck, thumb in the collar, it's great. The other one that Hickson showed us one time is grabbing the collar and pushing it across the guy's neck.
Yeah, it's like a
little masapon.
choke,
yeah.
Masapon choke.
So you grab the front collar and you stiff arm. What you need is something rigid to push against that will create this off balance of my shoulder. So whether it's behind the neck or pushing the lapel in front, or no gi, putting your hand right in my clavicle here or in my neck, anything to get me off balance while he does it. There you go. And they lose their balance if you move the hips just slightly.
The important part is that the timing of the push and the move.
And the sit up, yeah.
Yeah, because if you start to grab and push your arms before you move your legs, you have now shown the person, you've showed them your cards. So everything is very light, means nothing until I grab, light grabs, and then I move, boom, and I sit up to my elbow. So notice how from down, I feel like my hands might even go first, or is it my legs first? Boom, simultaneously. Boom, here. Once I extend, rock up, elbow to the ground, and then bottom leg comes out. We're all doing it by ourselves. We're laying down. Small foot movement, activate. Push, 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 go to your elbow, bottom leg out. Our hands are up, our hands are touching, blocking, head down. Shows that there's really nowhere for you to go, you're in no hurry, and then as you grab, you're gonna move your legs a little bit to the left, and then boom, engage, elbow, bottom leg comes out. Let's do the other side. We're laying down, we're a little bit to our left. Hands are blocking, head is low, hand is behind, grabbing the lapel behind, pushing on the shoulder chest area. Engage. Move a little bit, push, get up to your elbow. Bottom leg comes out.
Nice. Good, Michael and Christine.
Again on the left side.
Come on up, Matt. Good. Nice.
Again,
Stiff arm, hip out, kick out.
the person on top sits through to the cross chest. They're on their side, holding, grabs, little legs, push, elbow. Bottom leg comes out. Okay?
Nice, Chow. Very nice, John. Good, Hinata. Jessica looking sharp. Andre, perfect. Here we go, George. Hip out, stiff arm, and come on up, George. Let's see.
Right side again, one more, just because.
Beautiful.
Elbows are in, head is down. Blocking, touching, behind the collar.
Nice, Joseph.
Here. And then engage, little bit of legs, push, elbow. Bottom leg comes out.
Beautiful.
Now, from this position right here, quite often, this person on the top, they want to bring this arm, come under my arm, can't, but over, brings it over, freeze. So I can go.
Here's why. I want to cross over you guys and just start to trap my elbow here and rotate my whole attack. Because if Hedon is defending this well with the safe hands, I might want to bail from here and just go into modified side mount with my elbow over his head. In that transition is when you're going to catch this escape. Watch what he does with his hands.
So as he comes over, go ahead, I do a grab and then a switch. And I go to my elbow. And I'm up. So this is one of those moves where you really tap into the person's weight and their momentum. So I'm here framing, blocking, not even pushing his neck too much. He brings the arm over, I kind of block it. The hand that was blocking switches to the tricep. Be clear that it's not his armpit right here because he's too strong. It's here, not the tricep, almost past the 50-yard line. And then now as I extend my arm.
Where are you getting the power for that extension from? Go ahead, try
this shoulder.
Let's see, push off. What are you pushing off of down here too? Are you using your foot or no?
Well, using my foot a little bit, yeah, to bridge my weight and to turn to my left shoulder.
That's so important.
Once I get there, I can go to my elbow.
Roll that way once or something. Check it out, you guys.
So here we are, I'm on my side, he's blocking, I bring my arm over.
Look, you guys, from this is a punch block, so think of this as a forearm blocking a bicep with a tricep hook. Think of that arm. This one's a framing on his neck. As he wants to cross over, I hand off one, and then I go back to the two.
So this hand simply
only feeds it.
Helps this one get where it needs to be.
And Hedon said the most important detail. This foot helping the shoulder turn.
Yeah, because that gives his arm so much more reach.
And my ability to get up. If I'm flat on my back a little more here, like if my feet were off the ground, there's no way I'm getting up. But when I do this, now I can do this. And now
I can't grab,
I'm on my elbow and my arm is stiff and my right foot is posted. And then I'm gonna start to just extend further. He's gonna fall, and I'm gonna kick my leg out and get up. So you wanna do that by yourself?
Yep.
Very good. Especially the hand fighting, feeding. The little wax on, wax off, you guys. Learn the wax on, wax off.
So by myself, I'm blocking the arm. My arm's in front of their neck.
Lay down, you guys. Lay down. Let's go.
Not framing too much.
Let's go together, guys.
They begin to reach. So now we're doing it with the right arm blocking the punch. Left arm is in front of the neck. We're on our right side. As they reach, my left hand kind of secures it.
With a C-clamp.
Just so my other hand can get a thumbful grip on the tricep. Here. Once I have my thumbful grip, using my right foot, push off my right foot and get onto my left shoulder.
Look at that shoulder extension, guys. Everyone, get that shoulder high in the sky. Get on your left shoulder, right shoulder high in the sky.
Arm is extended. Now from my shoulder, go to your elbow.
Build the house. Everyone build the house.
And then from your elbow right here, you keep extending and now the bottom leg comes out and then they're falling.
Nice, Greg. There it is. Let's reset it. That was dope, you guys. Good, Eamon.
Neutral.
Jason, looking good. Everyone, punch block on the arms. Both hands on one side right there.
I'm to my right side. We're a little bit to our right side.
Both hands to the side. There you go, David.
The person's on your right side. Blocking. They reach over the top. Follow a little bit. Left hand, grab it.
C-clamp on the left hand.
C-clamp on the left hand.
Boom, boom.
C-clamp on the right hand. And they're opposite C-clamps.
Boom,
right?
boom.
The hands are opposite.
Yep.
And now from here, using my right foot, I push, I get to my shoulder. From my shoulder, I rock to my elbow. And from my elbow, I pull my bottom leg out, and I'm on top.
Beautiful.
Other side. I was on my right side, now I'm gonna be on my left side. We're a little bit to our left side, blocking. The hand reaches over my head. Boom, secure it, and then get the left hand now on the tricep. Once the left hand's on the tricep, I push off my left foot and I turn to my right. Using my foot, using my rock up a little bit on your right elbow now. Once you're on your right elbow, bottom leg comes out. And now I'm on top. That was my left side, again on my left side. Blocking both arms. Here, touching, holding. Okay, the person's on this side, they want to bring their arm over my head. So, block their shoulder, and then hand off. Here.
No, the other way.
This way.
So boom, slow, it comes over. It's in thumbs facing in on both. Look at that. Got it, you got it.
Thumbs facing in on both.
Yeah.
Thumbs facing in on both. Thumbs facing each other. So here I'm blocking, he
Block.
comes over.
Hand off.
2.
Look at the hip turn.
Hip
Shoulder.
turn.
Beautiful.
Elbow.
I'm trying to resist, nothing.
Now sometimes the person on top, this happens. So he'll bring his arm over, I'll go here. And now as I go to here, kind of go to your knees.
Yeah.
So if he goes to his knees,
I'm not gonna fall, you gotta just get
and the
out.
reason why he doesn't fall,
Because my hips are pretty free to do what they need. Like a cat, I just post out.
your hips are free. The idea behind the move is to get his weight, go back, on his elbow.
There.
So you pull your arm out.
Can't.
So depending on how soon he recognizes that a lot of weight is gonna be on this.
Right.
If you
If I do this, it's gonna be harder.
then I already know that as I push, he's gonna get out. Now I don't wanna stay here, let's go knee on belly. Who knows, go back. So immediately I use my feet and I whoop,
We neutralize on
and I
the way
bring
up.
my legs out and now we're neutral.
Let's try that, Hidon. I like that. Let's get down, everyone. Come on, get down. Let's go.
Blocking
Here we go,
on my
Kevin.
right
I'm
side.
seeing you guys. Let's go. Follow his hands.
Person's on my right. 1, 2, second hand grabs. Big reach. Go to my side, go to my elbow. But now from here,
They post up on their knees.
they're not falling. With your elbow on the ground, not even your hand, it would be too much.
Yeah.
If you get to your hand, they're gonna fall. So you're on your elbow still. From the elbow, look how I'm gonna keep this and just whoop.
Retract your whole body underneath. Go. Get up to your knees.
Take
Pull
my
out.
legs out.
Shoot your legs out the back. Yeah.
So let's just do this small movement 3 times on each side. From your elbow, both legs here, arm extended. It's pretty much standing up in base, right? I'm using my feet and I kind of whoop, and I pull my legs out again. Here, elbows down, arm is extended, push off your feet, kind of shrimp your way out and get your legs out. One more time on this left side. Elbows down, arm extended, and go. Leg. Now the other side. My right elbow's down, my arm is extended. If I stay, they'll most likely bring a knee on my belly and they're gonna be on top. So now legs are out. And here, and then, and legs are out.
Do that one from the bottom, all the way through on that rep, with the get up.
All the way through with the get up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on our right side. Here, he's reaching, grab it, grab it. Grab it. Big turn. Everyone's doing it. Get up on the elbow. But I can't get up. So I do this. I'm sorry, I can't knock them over. So then I get up. Again, right side. Right side. The hand reaches, grab it, big turn, go to your elbow. Once you're on your elbow, I would like to knock them over, but their base is too good. So then I retreat, and now we're neutral.
Beautiful.
Good. Now one more thing. We don't have to do it right now, but just to show them.
Sure.
Because it fits the theme, and we'll address it more maybe on Friday or on, go knee on belly on me. So, just to the same theme is, even right here, hold good knee on belly. Just this, feel this, look.
Nice.
See that? So just really be very understanding of how your own legs are under, rotate. My legs are under my control. So right now, if I push him, I'm gonna push him into my legs. But hold stronger, if I kind of move my legs a little bit, you see how there's also a void right there, there's a space, which is very similar to this. See that?
Yes.
So he locks on and he moves. It's the same principle.
Yeah, it's very.
Taken to knee on belly.
Okay. Any questions? Did some come in, pull that chat up for us, please? We'll check it out from here. Awesome, looking good.
Right here is the mat side arm blocking the hips actively. Top arm reach, bottom arm block is passive.
That was a 623, which means it was the rolling technique, yeah. So is the mat arm blocking the hip actively? So I think what Shay's asking is this other move. Is this one, go back down your hip, this here. Is this blocking actively? I think the question is, are we holding the hip to the ground right here for this bridge and roll when we're gonna make this happen?
If you're gonna bridge right now from 0, it doesn't hurt to kind of pull up my hip a little bit.
To have it a little bit trapped, yeah.
But if you don't hold it and I begin to step, you bump.
Oh yeah.
And you bump, he didn't hold my hip and it should work just fine. So traditionally, I would say that we don't do too much holding.
I don't think so. Not to mention, Shay, if you're holding that hip too tight, you're actually discouraging the person from mounting. You're telling them you're not gonna mount. So it can't be too preemptively and too active, or the student's gonna know, the partner's gonna know not to let that happen. Next question.
Does this work even if the top person is much heavier?
I feel like the bridge wouldn't be enough. Yeah, the question Sam asking is, the top person is much heavier, and this exact technique goes, and it doesn't work. Yeah, so we're here. If they're much heavier, can you still roll them? Naturally, everything's harder on someone heavier, number one. Number two, for every 12 months that you train, you have 20 pounds allotted to you.
Yeah, and one thing you gotta consider also.
So how big is the guy? 40 pounds heavier, you better train this move for 2 years, and then you can roll big boy.
The
You wanna
answer-
roll 60 pounds heavier, you better train for 3 years your bridge and roll from bottom side mount. Every move, 20 pounds per year, per move. So whatever moves you're doing, if your combatives you've been doing for 3 years, your combatives is 60 pounds certified. If you forget about your combatives and you don't train it, Ziggy, and you kind of forget about the moves, then you go back and you're not certified combatives anymore, so you better get to the basics.
Another thing also is that there's a certain amount of weight that almost becomes to your
a
advantage.
liability, not an asset
Well,
for
it's
you.
your advantage.
My asset, your liability.
Yes.
Yeah, big boys have a
Sometimes
liability.
when the big boy begins to roll, they just can't stop rolling.
Yeah, and when big boys are on their back and trying to push, they're kind of stuck on their back a lot of times. So it's an asset or a liability depending how you look at it. But to answer the question more simply, get ready to mount. The answer, you can roll a big guy in very generic sense. What will often happen is as you bridge, during my roll, you open your other leg for base. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So you step over and you open this leg on the backside. What do you know, mount? Sorry, full mount.
Oh, yeah.
But as you open, yeah, see my elbow escape on the way out. So if the roll doesn't work for the roll works to force the leg post, which also helps the elbow escape. So leg trap and rolls from the mount, they all work together. Next question.
Does that last sweep have a name? Does that last?
This one.
Yeah, it's called the
The Hidon G
Statue of Liberty.
I think it does have a name, but I forgot what it was. Yes, Michael Casey, my elbow, forearm sometimes get buried under my opponent's hip, which gives them the opportunity to do their high variation, going to mount any suggestions. Yeah, what he's talking about is this. Sometimes when someone sits sideways, switch your hips, the elbow gets smashed. Look at my elbow. It's smashed under Hidon's hip. Now the advantage of this is if he mounts right now, go ahead, my elbow's already in for the elbow escape. But for the trap, for the big bridge and roll, having the elbow this buried sometimes feels a little limiting versus having it out here where it can be more of a sensor on the hip and if necessary block here or if necessary catch his leg on the way out for base.
Did you see what he just did? He had the elbow tucked in and then he pulled my lat. He pulled me forward to rock my weight off his elbow. But we did play a game when we were kids. Our father would have us do this. He would go here and it was a switch from kneeling to hip to train elbow in, elbow out, elbow in, elbow out. Because having your elbow inside is not that bad.
It's only for elbow escape strong, yeah.
Yes, but it just
it's
didn't
not-
really teach us because a lot of times you want to leave it in forever. Some people choose
I
to
know.
leave
You're
it
just
in,
elbow escape for life.
which can create a little bit of an awkward feeling for the shoulder.
It's kind of
and
smashy.
Who knows?
So Michael, to answer your question, it's not a problem to have your elbow trapped. It's just not the best asset all the time, every single time. Last question.
When you take the back, is there a reason you prefer falling back rather than flattening them onto their stomach?
He doesn't prefer falling back. He just did that because when taking the back, go to your knees right there.
I'm taking my back elbow over. Right, when mount, I'm sorry.
Elbow, mount. When we did this, Henner just showed one option, is to grab and pull and throw the hook in. That is not the preferred option. What you really do from here is what?
Pressure right here, stay here. He'll probably pull guard.
We just stay right here.
And then you'll just pass the guard.
You can pass the guard. It's not like, I don't think you have any serious vote towards one or the other.
No,
right?
the only thing that matters there is I think it was Ethan, or was it Kevin or Nathan? Nathan. The only thing that matters is keeping chest to back as close as possible to compromise the back, which is going to force the opponent probably to pull guard. And the minute they do, we're going to use that pull to pass. Most likely, we're not going to take the back. He's going to pull, and we're going to get around on the pass as they lay their back on the ground.
Most likely, they're not going to wait that long.
No way. The second you come up, they're going to lay down.
They're going to turn, which means that you pulling them back is not even very possible.
I think, yeah, he's onto something. Everyone sit down, close your eyes. He's onto something. He's onto a visualization. Close your eyes.
You want me to do this?
Yeah, because you're onto something about that. He's not going to wait business.
Okay. So here we go. You come back, you're back on the mat, you haven't trained for a while. You end up in the bottom of the side control. And the person on top of you is not doing anything. They're just holding you, they're locked down. You immediately feel this pressure to have to escape the bottom of the side mount because you think that escape is what your job is, but it's not. You didn't realize that you had nothing to do but to wait. But when you wait, they bring their elbow over your head and they do a really big high step to the mount. As they do that, you do a smooth elbow escape. Your leg drops flat so naturally, you slip out the back. Once your leg is out, you hug their body, you keep your head close to the back of their tricep because they're giving you a clear path to their back. So you do a big back hug, get up to your elbow, you turn. The moment you get behind them, they're in shock. They don't even know where you are. They're looking for you. And because they can't see you, their immediate reflex once you're behind them is to throw their back to the ground because they're also intelligent and they want their back to be protected. So they throw their back to the ground, which means you lose the opportunity to pull them, put your hooks in, but it's no problem because as they throw their back to the ground, you just follow up on top of them and you end up like in the side mount, a half guard, and you went from the bottom of the fight to the top of the fight.
Welcome back, you guys. That was dope.
So the most important part about this visualization is what? Is the fact that you're gonna get side mounted and the first thing you're gonna tell yourself is you have to go somewhere. That's it. And if that's how you start in the bottom of your side mount, you're gonna have some difficult bottom of side mount experiences. Raise your hand if you've been under some side mounts that you would have rather avoided. Raise your hand. People you do not want to be side mounted by. There you go. You see, I have not, no, don't do that.
You're the only one I want.
No, don't do that. They think you're serious.
I am.
When I side mount you, you don't want to be there?
No. Does that disappoint you?
Don't do that, it's not true.
He's just kidding.
No, you're just kidding.
No, you're just kidding.
You don't want to be under my side mount? Because why?
Because it's so miserable.
No, it's not.
No, for my personal growth, I want it.
When you were 16, maybe, but right now, 3 months ago, I side mount you, 5 months ago, you don't care.
He's right, I love it. Let's keep going.
So, he's trying to make me seem dangerous, but I'm not dangerous. Now, the point is that the belief that you have to escape, though, it's where it all stems from.
The belief you have to get out is the root.
Guys, I've never been side mounted by somebody, or I would not say never. I'm just saying the last 20 years where I felt like, I gotta get out of here.
It's so dangerous, I gotta get out.
20 years. But I've been tapped out by people over the last 20 years.
Interesting.
So even though I'm getting beat here or there, I know with certainty that my defense and my awareness is much greater when I let go of that responsibility of having to escape. So just be aware of yourselves, being too like, it's time to get out, it's time to get out. And when you drop that, believe it or not, you're gonna escape more than ever before.
There it is. The problem for you guys is this. Many times where you train jiu-jitsu at, we have students from all over the world here, many times where you train, your coach is the one telling you you have to get out from your training partner. So the mindset that Hidon's trying to teach you is conflicting with the mindset that you've been taught by your master instructor who's like, go, 30 seconds left, you better get out. What do? Patient philosophy or get out in a hurry and get choked on the way out? What do you do when one person's yelling one thing and you might try to adopt another philosophy? You're conflicted. And I don't have the answer for you.
What do you mean you don't have the answer?
You have to listen to your master.
No. What I'm saying is the truth.
Okay, never mind. What Hidon's saying is more important than whatever your master's saying, you guys.
Guys, because what I'm saying right now, it's not even what I'm saying. Do you understand? This goes way beyond me. This was being talked about by my grandfather 30 years ago, 50 years ago. This is why you guys are here.
Interesting.
This is why you logged on today. This is why we have this mat, this facility, because of this mindset.
That's
You
why it's
understand?
all here.
It cannot be argued.
So you're saying the mindset outranks the master.
The person means nothing.
Got it.
The message means everything. This is not even my message. Don't even hold it to me. This is, just think about it. You get side-minded by somebody. A, I have to get out now. B, I don't have to do anything until I'm given the opportunity. You can't even argue this. So
Can't argue.
They don't want to
so
argue.
why are we arguing if we can't argue?
We're not. We're just
Excellent, you
listening.
guys. Thanks for joining us today. We have another class starting in a few minutes. If you're visiting from out of town or out of world, you guys, make sure you jump into some Gracie Combatives classes as well. If you train BJJ somewhere else and you've never done a Gracie Combatives class, you should do these. Your basics could benefit from these exploration of basics that we're doing every night before or after Master Cycle. So we'll see you guys in 7 minutes right now. If you're not going to be there, we'll see you guys. What's tomorrow? Thursday, we have Master Cycle at 6 o'clock and we have Fit Jitsu at 7. And at noon tomorrow, we have Combatives, our noon Combatives class. If you're in Europe or Africa or Lagos, Nigeria, you should join that noon Combatives. I don't care what your level is. You do that so you don't have to stay awake until 3 a.m. like my friend Uke in Lagos. All right, you guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow at some time, somewhere. Thanks, you guys. Have